Hey, we are here at Awin ThinkTank Global in Portugal. It's day 2. It's even hotter than yesterday. It's great. We're loving it. I'm joined by Roz Berrisford from Awin. Hey Roz, how are you feeling today?
I'm tired, but happy. I'm enjoying the event. It's going really well.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a fantastic event. Obviously celebrating 25 years of Awin. And I've been talking a lot to people about kind of the past 25 years of not only Awin but affiliate marketing and learning a bit about people's journeys. I'm really curious to hear about your journey in affiliate marketing, how you got into the industry to begin with.
Yeah, so this year marks my 20th anniversary in the industry. So I started as a fresh-faced graduate in 2005. I studied at Newcastle University and I loved it in Newcastle and I wanted to stay living there. So I looked at the university careers website and there was a job for an affiliate marketing manager. And I'd studied marketing, but I had no idea what affiliate was. But it had marketing in the title, so I went for it. And that was me joining Bayat, which doesn't exist anymore, but it was a network. And I think I came in as maybe staff member number 7 or something. I was one of the early account managers there, and we grew really, really quickly. So within a couple of years, I was a team leader managing a team. We then opened our office in London, and I decided to come back down south, which is where I'm from. And yeah, it was just a really fast-paced time. We got bought by AOL. We were owned by AOL for a couple of years, and then in 2010, we were acquired by Awin. So that was kind of how I first joined Awin. I have actually left Awin for a couple of years. I went to work at Omnicom Media Group in about 2014 and did that for a couple of years, but then came back end of 2016. We'd had a few changes in the UK team. We needed a new client services director, and Adam got in touch and said if I wanted to come back, so I did. So yeah, I've been back for nearly 8 years now, which is mad. Did client services director for a few years, launched the client partnerships team. We've slightly pivoted that now, but launching a team where we are really trying to focus on more senior relationships and new business development opportunities, and then moved into my current role, so regional managing director, 2 years ago. So looked after the UK, Netherlands and Belgium regions for 2 years, and then more recently I've also taken over France.
Cool, what a journey. So you originally were studying marketing at uni and you had no idea what affiliate was. What were some of the things that interested you or surprised you about the industry at first?
So I mean, when I first started, it was all brand new, and I think I was just surprised by the amount of different types of publishers that there were. And back then, it's quite a different landscape to today. There was a lot of PPC partners, there was a lot of the real classic kind of blogs and content, and I just had no idea before joining Bayat that this type of activity even existed, that links were monetized in that way, that CPA existed, there was any performance marketing, so it was all sort of new and surprising at first. But I think I was just really intrigued and interested, and just it was a really steep learning curve. And it's great that even though the landscape has changed a lot, there's so many new diverse types of partners now. There are still some partners that we still work with from back then, like some of those early models have sustained kind of the test of time.
Is there one change you've seen that you are really happy has changed?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, the whole thing has got a lot more professional over the last 20 years. Like, I can't imagine anything like this happening 20 years ago. It was pub meets. I think a lot more diversity of the people that work in the industry as well. Like, it was quite a masculine industry back then. A lot of the publishers were kind of tech guys in their bedrooms kind of doing stuff. So it's really nice to see actually how there's a lot of people that are younger, that are older, different genders that work in the industry. And I think that's been a real nice development to see.
And is there a change that you're actually maybe sad happened you'd like to go back to?
Well, those pub meets were fun. There was, I think, a lot more kind of, maybe slightly old-fashioned now, but that kind of the relationships, the connections, those lunches, those personal drinks that I think really did help build up the relationships between the big companies in the early days. And, you know, since the pandemic in particular, everything had changed. A lot of people now aren't based in the same cities, and you don't get those same kind of connections, the after-work drinks with the industry that everyone would just sort of fall into because you're all there together, which I think is why events like this are so important, and I think why we get such great feedback, because everyone just loves that opportunity to actually connect, and a bit more of a relaxed environment as well. I think Definitely. It's been missing.
Yeah. Seems like the industry thrives on that a lot.
Yeah.
So you're now overseeing operations for Awin in the UK, Benelux, and France. Are there any standout trends that you're seeing in affiliate marketing in these areas at the moment that people should be aware of?
So each of the regions have quite a few similarities, but then there are some differences, and it's particularly in terms of the maturities of the markets and where different publisher types have really thrived. So, for example, across France and actually other areas in Europe, such as Germany, there's a lot more like display activity and programmatic that's managed through the channel on a CPA basis, and you don't see that so much in the UK. Whereas in the UK, we've seen real growth in the last few years in areas like brand partnerships. Could be because we really have tried to spearhead that in the UK team, but now we're starting to see that being introduced into the other markets, and it's going really well. So it's nice to see where you can find something that works in one region, but actually it's kind of just the blueprint that then can be taken to others. The French market is really relationship driven. It's the customers are incredibly loyal, as are the publishers. So I'm having to spend a lot of time in Paris, but I can live with that.
Yeah.
Jumping on the Eurostar, there's much worse places to spend my time. It's really enjoyable. So that is definitely a different culture of the working environment there compared to the UK and Germany. And in the Netherlands, really, they're a much smaller market than, say, the UK or France, but they're really mature in terms of their working practices. We get some of our best innovations coming from the teams there. They're really advanced in their way of thinking and the data insights that they look at and the sector strategies. So even though you might not necessarily think, well, that's a market to look at in terms of what we're doing and kind of what's best in class or market leading, it really is. So that's quite exciting. And they have a great team culture there as well, which we can also sort of share around our other offices and see how they build that.
Awesome, sounds like a lot of fun. Those are great places to be visiting. Last week, Awin picked up some really big awards at the Performance Marketing Awards, Best Platform, Network SaaS, and a bunch of other huge ones. How did that feel?
Oh, it's always so wonderful to go to the awards, especially when we win that one. It's the one that we really covet, and it's such a fantastic accolade because it's not only the judges' feedback but to be voted by the community. So it's such a big celebration. And yeah, really lovely. We won a couple of awards with Currys in particular. That was brilliant. There's been a lot of hard work that the team's put in, but also, just the shortlist. It's fantastic to be able to case study and really show off some of the work that the teams have been doing. But no, it felt really nice. It's such a fantastic marker in the calendar. It's a really nice time for not just us to celebrate our achievements, but the whole industry. And again, it's a fantastic night to connect with everybody.
It was a lot of fun, and we spoke at the beginning as well, and I asked you if Awin had a spirit animal, what would it be? And you said Phoenix. And a funny thing happened last night. I was talking to Sandra, and I said if Awin had a spirit animal, what would it be? And she said Phoenix was like the first thing that popped into her head. So how do you explain that?
I don't know. Me and Sandra are just connected. I don't know. I think it's something to do. The Phoenix is, it's kind of one of those sort of it lasts forever, and it's a sort of symbol of like hope and innovation and like coming out of the flames. I think it's to do with like the wingtips of the Phoenix and our Awin sail. Yes. I think that is where I went to when you first asked me that question. I wonder if she did the same thing. It's the burning kind of, exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for talking to me. Hope you have a good rest of your day.
Thank you so much. You too.